Hello and welcome to my tarot channel. All readings are done intuitively and you intuitively pick a pile, and today will be about healing and guidance and what you might need to know right now that will be helpful to you and healing to you and help guide you in your path and in your life. So for pile number 1, we have a cross. For pile number 2, we have a flower. For pile number 3, we have a turtle. And for pile number 4, we have a cat. So take a couple minutes or however long you want, and you can pause the video if you want to, and pick a pile, and you're choosing intuitively which pile speaks to you, and there'll be a message there for you, is what the hope is. And I'm going to start reading right now. So for pile number 1, if you picked the cross, this is your message, and there will be a special crystal that might be helpful to you if you're into crystals. This is something that should be helpful, and we'll have a message as well. So we'll start up here and see what the message is. It says, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. So what I would say with that is, if you look at your family, or if you maybe know some patterns, or maybe even negative things, like trying to avoid that, knowing, what they are. A lot of people believe in, when it says break the chains, especially if you're a Christian, you can ask for a prayer and have people pray that off of you, pray off anything that you think, because the curses aren't really supposed to exist. It's just like what your family's like. You can always ask for prayer. Don't look back in the past too much. Just try to be forward motion type of person. Let's see what this is. So, well, this is reversed, but it's basically the same thing. It's about living an illusion, needing to be a little more serious. It's okay to heal. It's okay to ask for help type of thing. In prayer, especially if you're into that. It's about being more realistic, is what it would seem to me. And, to break your chains, you can have someone pray for you if you feel like there's a lot of negativity around you or on you. And meditation's always good too. And your stone is shungite, protection from modern ills, grounding, which is what I feel like this reading is saying. That maybe you need some grounding and some prayer. Everyday healing, taking things one step at a time, and purifying. So if you do have access to this, this would be nice to help you remember. And, these are always nice for healing too. I'm really into stones as well, so that's what I would have to say for pile number 1. So shungite, protection from modern ills, grounding, everyday healing, and purifying. So any kind of prayer or any kind of coping skills that might help you right now, trying to ground yourself more in reality. It's okay to heal. It's okay to have prayer. It's okay to meditate. We're often kind of like our parents in a way. So, there'll be patterns there too. And I don't know what your relationship is at, but it's always okay to have healing. Try to be a little more grounded. And, it's time to step up your game a bit, maybe. And this will be a good stone for you if you do have access to this. So I will move on to pile number 2. Alright, for pile number 2, we have the flower. So, okay, this is pile number 2. I'll start up here. See what the message is. It says, leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. And your tarot card is a 7 of Wands upside down. And your stone is azurite. Divine guidance, stillness, new connections, astral travel. Which is funny because this person is floating. So I think what this is kind of saying is it's okay to take a leap forward. It's okay to go for it. Maybe you're feeling a lot of pressure from others or outside pressure, but the only thing that's really stopping you is probably just yourself. It's okay to take chances. It's okay to go for it. Definitely for this one, I would definitely say meditation would be good for this. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you something about how it's okay. I mean, everyone has pressure. It's just you stopping yourself probably from whatever it is that you want to do, and you may not fully realize that. Kind of maybe go for your own thing. You know, it's okay. It will be okay. This seems like a more lucky type of reading. I would just say maybe a little more meditation. If you have this stone, this is a good stone for you. Whatever your faith or whatever it is that you like to do, or however you like to cope. Making new connections seems particularly important as well. And dreaming, like if you maybe have a dream journal or things like that, you might want to write down that you might want to do. But it's saying it's okay to go for it, regardless of the outside pressure. The only thing that's stopping you is you. And this is your stone, Azurite. I always find these helpful. If you don't have access to any of these stones, that's fine. I find a lot of different stones, like a lot of quartzes and stuff, can be healing too, or whatever it is. Or if you're not into those, that's fine too. This is just your message, and that was your message, pile number 2. All right. Pile number 3 is the turtle. So I'll start up here. So if you intuitively chose this pile, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Align your life. Okay, and then we'll do your tarot card, which is the Devil. And then we'll do whatever crystal would be good for you. Tiger Eye, luck and new ventures, willpower, creative flow, overcoming fear. So I think for this pile, maybe there's a lot of temptation in your life, toxicity in your life. What needs to change and what is not aligned in your life? You're gonna need willpower. I would definitely get this stone if you have it, if you don't, to help you remember. Also, I mean, this is a good stone to have. Luck and new ventures, trying new things, trying to overcome your fears, trying to overcome maybe toxic relationships, toxic habits. This is all about change. Whatever positive change you can make for yourself is what you need to try and do. And I would always say try to do it slowly, one step at a time. But this is what this seems to be saying. A lot of times, like if we have bad habits or bad people in our lives or cycles of bad things that have happened to us, it can be like hard to overcome, but you just need to overcome your fear. Try to very slowly bring in new things. It says luck and new ventures, so don't be afraid to try new things to be healthier. Willpower is what that takes. So Tiger's Eye is good for that. It's okay to be creative in the way that you cope or the way that you need to do things for yourself. And it's just about asking yourself what is not aligned in your life and what needs to change. What bad things can you get rid of, perhaps? And having willpower and trying new things is what this pile is seeming to be saying. And, you know, I really like crystal therapy, having crystals. I really believe in that. I believe in the resonance of them and just the reminder of them, meditating with it, just having it for strength. And, that's your pile. Pile number 3, the turtle. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change, which can be hard and takes willpower, like I said. Definitely a lot of different things can help, like for instance, just remembering these things. It's okay to try new things, to have willpower, use your creativity, overcome your fears of getting rid of things that aren't helpful to you in your life. And it doesn't have to be drastically right away, but if there are some things that you can get rid of, you know, that even if they're smaller things that don't take as much willpower, that's fine to do. You know, a lot of things are one step at a time, but that's your message, pile number 3. And then we will move on to pile number 4. So pile number 4 is the cat. And we'll go here. answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? All right, let's see. We have the sun upside down, and we have clear quartz, psychic abilities, enhanced intuition, mental clarity, and magnified energy. So for this is your stone, which is always healing. I love quartz. So a lot of people have that. So if you have that, you know, use that to meditate with or to keep with you, I would definitely say. Magnified energy. With the sun upside down, I feel like you're maybe feeling a lot of like unhappiness, or maybe you're kind of feeling a little bit hopeless. Maybe you're having a hard time following your calling or finding out what your calling is. I mean, we could have a job, but that's not always our calling. Sometimes if we're lucky enough to have a job that is our calling, then that's always great. So it could be something else that you feel like's bringing you down. But I would say, like, use your intuition to feel like, if you feel like something's pulling you, whether it's a charity, a job, anything, you should try to go for it, because it will actually bring up your energy level. Clarity, mental clarity. Maybe take down some notes or something, or keep a journal to kind of figure out what it is that might be bringing you down, making you feel a little bit down. Like maybe there's something else that you would like to do, whether it's just a hobby, a job, the job that you haven't found. Most people, their job isn't their calling, it's just work. For some people, they're lucky enough that it is, but I would say that's probably fairly rare. I don't know, it just depends on mindset. But something's just making you feel down right now. You feel like something's calling you. There's something calling you. It's calling you to do it, whether it could be anything, a new job, charity, or anything. Something that would just be uplifting to you. Maybe, you know, a new friendship, something nice to do for someone else. But mental clarity is something you need. You're definitely feeling down. You need an energy boost. Maybe focus on diet, different things like that. Try to write it down, try to figure out maybe what it is exactly. For a lot of people, they don't really, you know, always know what their calling is, but it's okay to, you know, try to ask for other people to help you or help others when they need it too. That in itself can just be something that's very mood boosting. And then this is your stone right here. Something just got you feeling down. It could be anything. You kind of probably already know what it is. And I would use this stone to help you try to meditate about what it is to gain mental clarity. And you probably just need an energy boost. I know, like, it's still spring, summer's coming. A lot of people getting a lot of sunlight can be helpful too and everything. And you might need this a bit, you know, or you might be feeling a certain way. When it talks about soul calling, it's talking a lot about emotions too. So maybe something emotionally happened recently that has you down or has you thinking about a calling, which is actually not a bad thing at all. I mean, that could be one of the best things, whether it be involved with your job or whatever, or if it's just something that you like to do on the side. I mean, to find that thing, or just to get the boost to your health or whatever it is that you need, is what will be helpful. It just seems like you're down, you're looking for something else, and I feel like you can find it in multiple ways. It doesn't always have to be something massive. So for some people it might be. But I would say get this, meditate, journal, maybe. Try to, you know, you should kind of know yourself what it is that's bothering you. Look for maybe repeating cycles. If it's the same thing that keeps bothering you over and over again, look for ways to try to change it slowly. You know, nothing's perfect. We all feel this way sometimes, but I feel like having this, doing the journaling, doing the meditating, figuring out what it is your soul is calling you to do, what it is that you want to do, versus it's what it is that you are doing. And it doesn't always, like I said, have to be something massive. It can just be small things too, or, you know, things that you've always felt like doing. And I would say that's probably it for pile 4. And then if you have access to this, which is pretty easy to get, I would definitely carry that around with me, and that would be a good thing to do right now. And that's it for all of the piles. I hope you enjoyed the video.